Hello, welcome to another Dominions 5 video. We are playing as Hinnom, and we have a fresh turn. Let's go ahead and see what it holds. We are trying to get ready for a fight. Still no fight battles. The only battles that could show up are us getting attacked by bad people, so we're happy enough with no battles, no magic sites, no magic sites. I should probably stop site searching with Dark Knowledge, but we did find a Garden of Pearls, which is another 2 Astral Pearls. I had just told everyone in the Discord that I was pretty fully site searched, so they could stop worrying that I had so many cool things because I wasn't going to get anything else. But evidently, that was not quite entirely accurate. Oh, okay, we see some. Oh, there's 20 elephants and voices of the lion. That's interesting. We're Dominion-wise, we still missing this one. Still missing this one. Although these scales that are here are pretty good. I don't really care about turmoil too much here. So, we've largely fixed our scale problems. Go ahead and keep site searching. But the main juiciness for the turn is, so we're not, this is not going to be the big turn. Next turn, we're going to launch attack orders into Machaka. But so this is our final turn of preparation. So this is patrolled down. So now the question is, okay, what do we want to do? Let's go ahead and site search. We need some astral searching. We're going to leave the bird patrolling. Ooh, no, site search. Move here. Again, so I spoke before. How are we on supply? We're fine on supplies. Most of our army is undead and demons and things that don't eat, don't eat food. They do eat humans, but they don't eat the supplies that we're worried about. So the question is, do we want to look to hit what along this border, right? We have sort of up to 5 provinces we can hit. I think we definitely want to hit every province that doesn't have a fort. I think there's just no reason not to do that. Free from military units. I mean, it doesn't appear to me that Machaka has a lot of military. And the question is, can I not see them for some reason? I really doubt they're using army size items, but I guess they could be. Have they spent all of their money on other stuff? Do I not understand how looking at armies in forts works? I mean, I don't think that he has 20 war elephants and voices of the lions patrolling, because I think voice of the lion is a mage. But I could be wrong. Like King Lion cleaned. Voice of the lion, yeah, that's a mage. Beastmaster. I'm not really sure what's going on. They got a lot of pygmies. I haven't really looked at these yet. I would assume that one of the very likely strategies that Machaka might employ against us is lots of pygmies and use fire arrows, because I think they've got... Oh, it's only fire 2. That's enough. I mean, with a lot of gems, he could cast it. The queen can definitely cast it. Just with Phoenix power and then casting it straight up. Although I haven't seen... So I'm not sure if I'm sort of misunderstanding what I'm reading from the scout reports here, but I just don't see a ton of troops. So I guess we're gonna find out if we've massively messed up. But I think we'll try. How many units do we have here? I went ahead and made some of these clockwork soldiers. So they're 7 HP, poor amphibians. They have exhaustion, so they gain fatigue each turn. So we're gonna put them right up at the front. And we're going to try and have them run and attack stuff. I have no idea if this is a good purchase. I have 1,000,000 earth gems. I just sort of felt like I needed to do something. Do we have enough leadership here to actually lead our guys? So right now, we don't appear to have any undead leadership. So that's obviously very problematic. Ooh, look at that. Get those guys going. Move this here. We've got plenty. Okay, so we do have a lot of leadership coming. Question is, are they already... This guy's already maxed. This guy can take another 30 units. I'm moving him over here. What can this army do? Because there's no sense in sending an unsupported army. This guy's just about max too. So many demons. How about, can you hit? Okay. So we could hit this with our Melkart, just sort of right out of the lab. Same with this. Can't hit this one though without moving an army here. This has just scouts. I see nothing, and my concern is that I'm missing it, and I'm going to look incredibly foolish when Machaka shows up with some uber army, and kicks the shit out of me. But for now, I just don't see it. So I think we'll try and hit here and here with Melkarts. We'll hit here and here with armies. I think we have plenty of, given again, there don't seem to be a ton of units, I think we have plenty of siege strength that we should be able to knock both of those down fairly quickly and then proceed to move in. And the question is just, is that risking getting defeated in detail by a Machaka army? I think we have more scouts, right? Yeah, let's get... Can we get more scouts up in here? Get in there. It would be nice to get, scouts here, here, and here, so that when we're sieging, we can look out for a big army coming, and we also can try and A, move out of the way if we need to, B, we can try and hit them with our trap, our enchantress doing foul vapors with a bunch of undead, which could also be effective. Or hopefully will be effective. Obviously, I don't want it to not be effective. With regards to other mages, I don't think our fire mages have a ton to do that our other mages can't. I think there's a button that lets you see just fire spells. Yeah. If. So we've got fire elementals, awesome, but we can do those with our Amis. We don't need our big guys. No, don't do that. Immolation is okay. Again, the Amis can do it. We have no evocation magic, so there's not much point there. Enchantment flaming arrows, we don't have anybody with arrows at present. No tech there. And obviously, well, what's the... No, don't do that. Come on, get it together. They could do, I think, Hellfire, but that costs a slave. I've been unimpressed with this so far in my very limited career using it. So I think we're going to leave most of the fire guys, the big fire guys, at home to keep, making more serums and doing other stuff. But I will take the earth dudes, and the Melkart. What can you cast? Oh, he's got some soldiers on him, so I got to make sure to bring all my soldiers with me. Fire shield. I mean, he's got fire shield. That's plenty to fight, to be a thug with, I think. So we'll go ahead and take him too. We're definitely gonna fuck up our Dawn lands here for a turn. Everybody's moving. Okay, everybody's moving. Research. Moving out. This guy can actually blood hunt, then one more turn, and then he can hit Hergendorf. Oh. Go ahead and search with that guy. I didn't go through the events. The entire nation has rejoiced. Mubi, the golden calf, has awoken. What can we do with you, Mubi, right now? He can obviously make cast Serum. Kashik record. This is the one that the history. Yeah, not the search all. Trolls, Fall Bears is 3 Earth. The more important thing that I think I want him to be able to do is forge. And he's going to be able to forge a crystal coin, which we're definitely going to need. He's going to be able to, yeah, so let's just make Astro, yeah, we don't have that yet. There's all, I think this is one of the gem gen items. The art is just a little bit different. You can usually tell, but we don't need any water. Crystal shield is obviously nice. Earth boots. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else here that we desperately need. Girdle of Might. Yeah, he can make our matrices, which we're definitely going to want eventually. Eye of the Void. Bloodstone. We'll go ahead and start with that. I don't remember if we already made a Bloodstone or if it's just chilling with one of our dudes somewhere. That definitely seems like something I might do. Nation overview. We can do it this way. Any bloodstones, hammers? Okay, no bloodstones. So we could also... Somebody needs to make a bloodstone pry eventually. But we don't need any more earth at the moment. Let's go ahead and give you... I think we have earth boots. We'll give some earth boots. Just the one pair. We're going to try and cast another big bunch of stuff. So my question here, fall bears are actually like a decent unit, is my understanding. Are we in the fall? Hold on. It's spring. That's kind of the opposite of fall, but they're a much better unit, I think, than like trolls. But 5+ fall bears. Magical. Screened by a mage. Alright, let's get fall bears, and then I'm actually going to go ahead and summon up a bunch of ogres. I don't think they're really good units. I think that I might be able to pack them all together and use them as evocation bait. So I think, in general, the AI likes to target big stacks of HP with evocations. So by putting together a bunch of these ogres, I think we can try and trick the AI into casting at them. They'll also, I think, they provide reasonable siege strength. So they're not totally wasted, even besides that. So we're going to go ahead and summon that. We're going to be taking, I think, all of these Earth Mages to the fight. I think the only question is, do we want even more? Let's grab you. And I don't know that we do. We have a decent number of Earth Mail cards. We're going to bring this Earth Bale. But we're going to be using our Earth Mages to cast Strength of Giants, to cast Legions of Steel, as well as Earth Elementals probably. We'll probably try and get some Earth Elementals to trample through gates as needed. So that's all going to be fairly critical. I don't think there's anything else we need the Earth for. Fire Mages, we're going to probably bring a couple of Fire Mages to do Fire Elementals. They can sneak through walls. Because they're ethereal, which is super helpful. We're going to bring Astral Mages for luck and body ethereal and one for anti-magic. There's a question of how many of these we actually need versus using the Communion Mages. And let's see, research. What are we doing for research? We're going for enchantment. I think what we want to do here is actually get... It'd be really nice to have Soul Slay, but we're just too far away from that. But I'm just going to grab Tham 2 for Mind Burns. They have something useful to do after they've done their buff cycle. And then we'll go back to Construction Enchantment. So we're going to bring a bunch of them. I really just want to not undercommit mages. I know I've read multiple guides out there. Undercommitting mages is one of the largest mistakes new players make, and I don't want to fall prey if I can help it. Can you cast anything useful? Fire Drakes? No, I don't want Fire Drakes. Keep researching with them then. We're not going to bring... I don't think we need to bring any air guys. I don't think that we have much for them to do. Let's go ahead and we can take a look. Aim is just for... I mean, it's an area of effect, but we don't have a lot that we're throwing out. Air Elementals are good in groups, and we don't have anyone to do Storm Power, or to do Storm. So we can't really do that. Mistform is just a caster. Wind Guide. Again, we're not shooting anybody right now. We are Gift of Flight could be kind of interesting. Use that on like tramplers or something. I don't actually know how well that works, but in any event, I don't think we're best served using these. I think we can wait and bring them in for future conflicts. We do need to again look. Actually, we'll cover that in a minute. We're going to cover how we're going to look to be empowering and how we're going to climb some of the elemental paths and the sorcery paths in a little bit. I think we'll have these guys go ahead and make a king, Mazakim, and I'm going to make one more king. My units don't have a lot of undead leadership, and so I don't want to lose the kings and then be stuck with a whole big piles of long dead and demons that I can't use. I think that would be tragic. Can this stack theoretically attack here? I don't think so. I think they're just going to go and reinforce. Yeah. What's here? It's a lot of Mazakim. With the Melkart that's here, this force could potentially storm and do Bloodlust, and the Mazakim might be enough. So we'll go ahead and move them here for now. That might be a mistake. Maybe we're splitting up too much, but it doesn't seem too bad. If they don't do well, we'll pull them back. You know, we've got a decent number of gems invested here, but we'll just go on. Take him with you. Did we have any other events? We got some blood slaves. I mean, we have a little baby blood economy right now. We still need a lot more blood searchers to really get it going. I would consider the mid game for a blood economy to be around 80 to 100 slaves. We did that. Dominion -3. Oh, well, what are you going to do? Arena. I don't think we have better arenas on, so I don't think I care about that. Finish the castle and the Dawnland. So a little bit of extra money there. We have a little bit of money right now as well. So just go ahead and check again. Everybody's moving. Everybody's moving. Here. No more blood hunting. You're going to move. And we're going to take the patroller. He's going to move. We're going to take this army with us. I think we're ultimately going to end up blood hunting a province or two, but not too much more than that for now. Currently, we can hunt Bitra down. This needs to go to the smaller guys. My understanding is it is more efficient to give it to the smaller mages than it is to keep it on the. Don't do that. To keep it on the larger ones. But if I'm wrong, you know, somebody please let me know in the comments. Scout. Got another scout here. Shaman. Go ahead and forge another sanguine dowsing rod. Let's make sure we're recruiting everywhere. Yeah. Yep. If we have extra stuff, we're going to come back for more ref fights, probably. Yep. Okay, good. We're recruiting everywhere. I know in single player and in previous games, I've had an issue where I don't do a good job of actually checking to make sure each of my forts is producing. So, trying to avoid that problem. We might actually send this little guy over here, because we can look to build a lab and a temple here as well. So now I think the next question is, we've got 400 gold. We can make more Rephite warriors, but they're not going to be able to join us for the combat. Or we can produce something here. And the answer is, what is that? You know, we could make some chariots. I think we already have some chariots here. Yeah, we have some chariots. So, and chariots are quite useful with like body ethereal. So that could be, I think that's reasonable. And we still have resources and recruitment points. I wonder if it makes sense. I wonder if it makes sense to get one of these horn blowers. I guess we'll try just the one. And then get an extra infantryman. Nothing to recruit here. Yeah, and then I guess we'll go ahead and recruit. And we do have a random guy here to take him to the Rephite holding ground. So let's go ahead and start trying to let's kit out what we've got and sort of see what we're missing while we have a chance now to still kind of correct it. So let's look at our Melkarts who are going to be hitting, these couple of provinces. I think this guy potentially is. So we would look to give him Mind Shield, Ring of Regen, and then we've got a bunch of looted items that we could all and we could sort of divvy up. The green stone armor is 20 protection and -3 defense with 6 encumbrance. And our dawn armor, 18 protection, -1 defense, 2 encumbrance. I don't think that we want to be switching that out, to be honest. I think we're okay with what we have. There's also, I think we have we have the Precious for attack and strength. It's a unique item. I only get to really try that one the once. Bracer of protection. Sure. The rainbow armor, reinvig, magic resistance. Probably not what we need for this guy. Quickness is pretty great. And a helmet. So he's missing. He doesn't have a weapon. He's going to be using the Dawn Blade. He's got Fear 10. So I think he'll just fear everybody off, even without an extra weapon. Our only real weapon to give out are the Wraith Sword and the Flesh Eater. And I guess we could go and make more stuff. The Flesh Eater's going to be fine. So it's 14 damage. The Dawn Blade is 9 damage, so it is up. Attack 2, defense 2. I think the Flesh Eater, attack 4, defense -1. Bit more damage. And then this will make us go berserk, which is also pretty useful. I guess we'll go ahead and give it to this guy. This seems reasonable. I don't think he needs the chest armor. This guy should be pretty darn strong. 23 protection, 70 HP. He's got regen. He's got quickness. Let's script him before we forget to script him later. He's going to go blessing. And then he's not going to do any of this blood nonsense. He's going to do body ethereal. I don't think we need resist magic or astral shield right now. Let's do a personal luck, and then he's going to attack. I think attack is better. He could theoretically be on advance and cast. And the question is, what would that do? What would he cast? He could cast Leeching Touch, which would be quite nice. But I don't know if he'd actually cast that. I don't know. He might also just stand around and like Arcane Bolt or Starfires or do maybe yeah. Maybe we can. I may go back and test it. But for now, we're gonna leave him on attack. He's good. So that's one Melkart kitted out. Let's go ahead and check. What you've got. You got weakened. All right, you're a caster now. Assuming we have another. Yeah, another Earth one is what I want to send in. Bop. Another Ring of Regen. Oh, the helmet. So he already has 22 head protection. He's already got a gore attack, but the crown's only 5 protection. So he could have this. That would greatly up his protection. I don't know if the gore actually got any stronger or not, but well, what else are we doing with the horned helmet? I don't have any boots for him. The ring is for someone else. Did he get a Ring of Regen? Yeah, he got a Ring of Regen. He's got a Vine Shield. I think this is fine. And we'll go ahead and he's going to have Iron Skin. Let's see. Temper Flash is resistance, and Iron Skin is natural protection. Temper Flash. He doesn't need Earth Might. He's much too strong. He could start with Earth Power, that make these slightly easier to cast, and you get more reinvigoration. But I don't think reinvigoration should be a problem. He's already an Earth Mage, and he's got our bless on. Oh, we just got blessed. Blessing, Temper Flash. Yeah, I think Temper Flash is good. And then Iron Skin. And then he will attack closest enemy. And again, that's subject to change if I figure out a better use. Put it in the corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner. So those are going to be our two thugs that are going to attack here and here. We're also going to give lion pelts out to hopefully this enchantress, and then two of these, the two master lizards. The question is, how many do we have? We have just two, so we're going to need to make another lion pelts. Is there anyone else who needs a lion pelt like this Bale? Probably wants a lion pelt. So let's see if we have any shaman, any Horites who are busy, or other units who are busy doing things. Like this guy can make a lion pelt. And if there's a much better item that everyone is screaming at me to make, then I apologize, but I know the lion pelts are supposed to be kind of good, and we have tons of earth gems. Lion pelt. Okay, that's plenty of lion pelts now, I think. Any other good items that we might want? I did want to make one smasher, I think it's called, although now I'm not sure what the paths are. Because their god is some kind of an inanimate, and smashing it would be funny. Midget masher. 2 times damage for small. Oh, it's one-handed. That's part of the problem. But it's still not. I still don't see it. Blade. Oh, smasher. There it is. Earth 2. Okay. I think it makes sense to try and get one of those. We'll have if anybody's not already got a. No. Okay. We'll just go ahead and move your feather. And you can go ahead and make a smasher. We'll eventually ferry that out if we don't just give it right away to a Melkart, and then that Melkart can be on designated god slaying duty. We'll nickname him the God Slayer and see what happens when we pick our champion. I think you are a researcher. Could make more flesh eaters. I don't think we're in a lifelong protection stage. Could make more dowsing rods. Giving us 1 blood slave at the cost of 10. So we had to use this 10 times for it to pay off, and it helps against gem baits. I don't currently see us getting gem baited too often. And what we're going to be casting Bloodlust, I think, is our really only blood spell, which is only 1. So maybe that's worth it. Put that on somebody. Because I don't think the rest of this is too needed for this fight. Yeah, why not? We'll just make 1. 19 blood slaves left. What else? Any other key items that we may need? I think you can research, but go ahead and give me this back. There we go. And give these to someone else. Up here. Can have that. Try and be efficient with our stuff. Good. Trolling, sneaking back. We're not going to blood sacrifice anymore. We're going to take this guy with us. Ditto for... This is the guy... this guy's also going over here. Don't do that. Guess he'll have to move. I guess we goofed that one up then. There's a decent number of warriors over here on our border, but we have a nap 3. So we should have plenty of time to get back in the event that we are backstabbed. Do we have any... I don't know if we'd be able to see the elves, I guess. Warriors on our team currently. I don't see anything out of star. Okay. I don't... We might get backstabbed, but we're not... Only by somebody we have a nap with. Let's go ahead and look. Check for commanders who need to do stuff. Guess you're researching. So I don't really have much else for you to do. Good old Ingvar. That's the full list. And we've got one more guy here who's just patrolling. Okay. Unrest 4. Alright. I think... Check messages one last time. Moby's awake. Oh, the only other thing that I was planning on talking about, and I don't, again, I'm not sure necessarily the best way, I've been trying to research how to get into this, is we need to get to Death 4, Blood 3 to make vampires. And so the question is, how best do we go about doing that? We have access to a Blood 2, Death 2. And we can give him a skull staff. So it's Blood 3, Death 2. We then have to forge, we have to Blood Empower and get to Construction. We either have to Blood Empower, we have to Blood Empower and get to Construction 6, or Blood Empower a Nature person. Because if we Blood Empower a Nature caster, we could make it would need to be Nature 2. We could make the Nature Blood Cursed booster, and then with 1 Blood Empower and the Nature Blood Cursed booster, that'd be 5, and we could make the Brazen Vessel and the Armor of Blood, either of which would be sufficient to get this guy to Blood 3. And then he'd have the staff, and the question would be, do we empower him in Death? How much does that cost? Just in Death. 45 gems. That's a lot of gems. That's more gems than we have. That's actually all of our gems. So I don't love that if we can avoid it. We can empower a fire guy who would then be able to... I think it would cost even more. Yeah, 50. Who would be able to make us a flaming skull. And that would get us the gem. Or the extra piece. We could go to Conjuration 7. I think Conjuration 7 would give us... Is it Conjuration 7? Yeah, no. Mound Fiend. The Mound Fiend is already Death 3. We then have to Blood Empower once, but Blood Empowering is a lot easier than Death Empowering. He would then be able to do it. He'd have to hold 2 blood items. Far away, and then we obviously need the 7 blood as well. So that's kind of a long way. At 6, there's the Lamia Queen, but I don't know that we have any way of getting to, Nature and Death either. I don't think that's going to work. So currently my thought is that we don't really have much of a choice but to go for that. Or we can try and trade. We could try and trade for Archocephaly. No. Let's see. Did they have any... I don't know if these guys have any fire. No. At least not natively. I think that Machaka does, but probably not going to trade with us. Maybe we can steal one. That would be nice. Air, Death, Water, Nature, no. Death, Air, some fire. Maybe we can talk to Helheim and see if Helheim will trade one with us. I know that I personally would be very hesitant to trade a booster to somebody, but we could look into doing it. I want Air, Blood, Death, Nature, no fire. So I'd say I wonder if we can trade anything to Lanka to get anything out of them. If they need particular gems, maybe it's That could be interesting because they're still technically alive, and Amelia is not going to have it. So we can either try and loot one from Machaka, trade one from Vanheim or Helheim. I and they may not even actually have. Let's go ahead and check that one more time. They may not actually have the cross path, right? Just having access to it does not mean that you have the correct cross path. Oh, they got the cross path. All right, we're good. All right, so I might reach out to them. They've been friendly so far. I don't know what I would give them in return though. As for a gem situation, we still have millions of gems except for what we know how to use. We've got a decent dent in our earth. We're building up a lot of earth idiots. Let's go ahead and assign. We're waiting for commanders for these. That's right. They're going to be coming in because these guys have no undead leadership. We don't have. We're going to have to give these guys out as bodyguards, I guess. Maybe we don't, because we sort of don't have anybody else to give out as bodyguards, and I would like to have some bodyguards. I'm not sure what Machaka could really do to attack our back line, but you never know. Yeah. So we'll do that. Yes, we got plenty of people coming in to pick up all the units. Next turn, we'll make sure we've got all the units. Everybody should be moving. I guess you guys patrol or something. Moving. Is this a new cross path that we haven't seen before? Flame of Pearls. Flame of Pearls could be interesting. We're going to be casting anti-magic. Oh, this is all of our water, though. I'm hesitant to spend 100% of my water. What I'd like to do is use the water gems that I do have to site search with Voice of Apsu. Is that something we can do? It's water 2. There are cheap water boosters. I'm pretty sure. Waterlands? No, it's temporary water gems. I would have sworn there was some kind of a cheap water item. There's Robe of the Sea, but that's at water 3. Isn't there like a water bracelet? Maybe it's Conjuration 6. There's a water bracelet. Yeah, I think technically we can get lucky and get a water 2, although it's not super likely. Well, we don't have it for now. So we'll just go ahead and keep researching. I think that should be everything. So thanks everybody. This was a kind of a long one, but there's a lot of war prep. Hopefully I'll be able to get the rest of the war prep a little bit faster for tomorrow. And hopefully it doesn't it all goes according to plan. Well, okay, thanks everybody for joining me, and have a nice day. Go ahead and submit.